Hey, what's up, geeks? Um, this is Darron Brown. I'm your instructor from GeekMODE, the School of React Native. And in this video, we're going to tackle the happy number algorithm. Now, even though this says easy, this isn't the easiest problem to tackle, especially for a beginner. So I'll read the description. Write an algorithm to determine if the number is happy. A happy number is a number defined by the following processes. Starting with any positive integer, replace the number by the sum of squares of its digits, and repeat this process until the number equals 1. Or it loops endlessly in a cycle which does not include 1. Those numbers for which this process ends in 1 are considered happy numbers. So for example, we're going to use 19 in our example. And we're going to create a function that basically returns 82 as a value. And 82 eventually equals to 1, which is why it comes out to happy. All right? Confusing. So I want you guys to copy everything that you see here and then move to your text editor. So once you're in your text editor, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to create a helper function. All right? And our helper function, we're going to call it happy sum. So there has to be a way for us to turn 19 into 82. All right? So if happy sum has one parameter, that's going to be in, and we're going to create a variable titled sum. We're going to set it equal to 0. Next, we're going to create a while loop. Within our while loop, we're going to add our number. As long as our number is greater than 0, our sum is going to be equal to the sum. It's going to be equal to sum plus math dot power. As you can see, we have two numbers as our parameters for using our power function. So let me explain with how you use the power. The power, we're going to pass in the number. So the number is going to be our number divided by 10. And whatever that remaining number equates to, that's going to be our first number. Our second number is 2. 2 is the power. Say we want to raise 3 to the power 2. That's going to be 9. And then say we're going to raise 3 to the power 3. That's going to be 81. So we can go ahead. Actually, 3 to the power 3, I don't know what 3 to the power 3 is. 27. So anyways, once you guys have that, we're going to raise our number, our initial number, to the power of 2. Okay? So n is equal to math dot floor n divided by 10. Our number divided by 10. Okay? So basically, once n is, while n is greater than 0, we're going to continue this process. But once n becomes less than 0, we're going to stop our while loop. Okay? So now we create our helper function. Let's get back to our main function. So if our number is equal to 1, we're going to return true. All right? Because 1 is going to be our happy number. And if our number is less than 0, less than or equal to 0, we're going to return the value of false. Okay? We're going to create an object, set. We're going to set it equal to an empty object. Now, while n is greater than 1, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to utilize the helper function that we just created. We're going to set our number equal to our happy number, our happy sum. All right? Now, make sure that looks right. So if our, make sure my helper function is working. So that shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't be getting this error. But I'll continue on anyways. Okay? So if our set n is equal to true, we're going to return the value of false. Hey, what's up guys? Darron Brown here. I just wanted to remind you, at the end of this video, make sure you check out the website www.geekmode.tech. There you can learn more about React Native, Firebase, and Redux. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you check out our free course as well. I'm sure you enjoy it. Now, that's enough of me, and I'll let you guys get back to the video. And set in our in object, we're going to set our in value. We're going to set that into our object. Let's set that equal to true. Okay. Now, if n is equal to 1, we're going to return true. And if our number is less than 0, just what we did up here, if somebody passes in those numbers, we're going to loop until our 19 equals out to 1. All right, and if it is, once it equals out to 1, we know it's true. So if our number is less than or equal to 0, we're going to return false. So one second, guys, I want to see how I got this, what's wrong with our helper function. Okay, guys, so now see why we're getting this warning with our helper function. That's because we forgot to return. So we're going to return our sum. Okay, sorry about that. So let's go back into our function. Now, lastly, we're going to return true. So I'm going to go ahead and just console log this out. All right. So we're going to console log, and I'll run our sum right here. I want to say right here. So let sum, console log, sum. Let's run our code. And as you can see, our sum, it begins as 81, and then it starts off as 2. That's what our value is when we have the number 19. When we pass in our number 19 into our happy sum, our 19 divided by 10 has the remainder of 9. So sum is going to be equal to sum plus the remainder of 9 to the power of 2. So sum plus 9 to the power of 2. So right now sum is equal to 0. So sum plus sum equals 0. And then plus 9 to the power of 2, which is 81. So initially it's going to be 81. And then after that, we know that n is equal to, n is going to pass into 1. So once it loops through here, it's going to go through this first while loop, and then the next number is going to pass to our happy sum is 1. And we know that sum starts off as 0, and then sum to the power, 1 to the power of 1 divided by 10 is going to leave you with the remainder of point. We know that 1 to the power of 2 equals 1. So our sum is going to be our sum, which is 0, plus 1. It's going to equal 1. So then we're going to take that number to our sum, and we're going to add that number 1 to that number 81, and we're going to get 82. All right, I know that this function is a lot more difficult than LeetCode tries to imply. So basically, because we were able to get back to the number 1, we know that the number is going to be true. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy everything that we have here. Turn to LeetCode, run our code. That's exactly what we got. We got back exactly what we were expecting to get back, which is true. Don't pay attention to this. This is all the console logs that I left and I forgot to take out. But this is what we expected to get back, which is true. And I know this was a complex problem, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Anyways, geeks, I'll catch you next time. Peace.